Alright, so Niantic just announced all the details for July's Community Day Classic, and I have to tell you, this one is one you will definitely not want to miss, even though the Pokemon that is being featured is not meta relevant in any way. I'm going to be explaining all of this in today's video, so let's roll the intro and get right into it. Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula. I hope you're having a good day and welcome to today's Pokemon GO video. Alright, so July Community Day Classic is going to feature none other than Squirtle. This is one of the first community days we've ever had, and it's making its return to Pokemon GO after 5 years. Falling in line with what Community Day Classics are supposed to be, this is going to be very similar to the original Squirtle Community Day that we had, and it's basically going to be for players who missed out on the initial Community Day. To get really into it, let's read over what Niantic said in their blog post. This event is going to be happening on Sunday, July 9th at 2 o'clock p.m. local time, and it's going to go until 5 o'clock p.m. local time. Trainers, Community Day Classic returns in July. This event will feature the tiny turtle Pokemon Squirtle. We're excited to feature Squirtle, Pokemon number 0007, during the 7th anniversary of Pokemon GO. Now I see what they did there. The feature Pokemon is going to be Squirtle, and if you're lucky, you might encounter a shiny one. Now going into the featured attack for this Community Day Classic, it's of course going to be Hydro Cannon for Blastoise. If you evolve a Wartortle during this event, you will get a Blastoise with Hydro Cannon, which is of course going to be its best water type attack. Now here's the highlight of this event. In field research tasks, you will get Squirtle wearing sunglasses during this event. For anyone that was around for the original Squirtle Community Day, you would know that this was your way of getting the shiny version of Squirtle wearing sunglasses. Considering that it was for a very limited time, this is considered one of the rarest shinies in the game. So if you've always wanted one of these Squirtles, then you will get your opportunity to get it during this event. I would have to say that this is something you should not ignore, even if you already have a shiny Squirtle with sunglasses, because in my experiences, this is one of the most sought after shinies when it comes to lucky trades. So if you want to have a bunch of a particular Pokemon that could net you some really good Pokemon in lucky trades, then shiny sunglasses Squirtle is definitely one you will want to farm up. Now, something that Niantic has not clarified is whether or not certain tasks are always going to give you a shiny Squirtle. What do I mean by that? Well, in the initial Squirtle Community Day, we would have certain field research tasks that would actually guarantee you a shiny Squirtle with sunglasses. I don't know if that's how they're going to do it this time around, but regardless, you should focus in on trying to do as many field research tasks as you can, because a shiny version of Squirtle with sunglasses is going to be a lot more valuable than a regular Squirtle that is a shiny. This is really the part of Squirtle Community Day that you will want to focus in on, mainly because Squirtle is not necessarily a meta-relevant Pokemon by any means. Like Blastoise is not going to be relevant in PvP in any of the leagues, and it's not going to be that great for raid battles, and yeah, it's really going to be all about getting these shiny Squirtles with sunglasses. It's more of a collector's item, considering just how rare that particular shiny is. So if you want to get yourself a really good trade chip or a Pokemon that is going to have a lot of value over time, it is definitely going to be this particular shiny. Now something to keep in mind is that Blastoise actually has a Mega Evolution. Although it's not necessarily one of the best when it comes to water type Mega Evolutions, but it's still a decent one to have. Now unfortunately there is not a Mega Blastoise with sunglasses model, but you can still Mega Evolve your Blastoises wearing sunglasses, so you do not have to worry about that. Of course, considering that this is a community day in modern times, there's also going to be the paid research ticket. I don't necessarily know if it's going to award you with any sunglasses Squirtles, but if it does, that's going to be a nice added bonus, especially if you live in a rural area with very few Pokestops. So if that is the case for you, then maybe it might be worth it to spend the $1 to get this research ticket. But I would hold off if your aim is solely to get Sunglasses Squirtle, because I do not know if it's going to be a part of the reward structure. So maybe until we get that confirmation from New Zealand players, I would hold off on buying this ticket if that is your specific aim. Speaking of which, I did kind of want to bring that up as a bit of a complaint for this particular community day. The fact that rural players will have no access to this particular shiny shiny that is going to be highly sought after, I think that is a huge negative. One thing I really would have liked to see with this particular community day is if they also had a limited timed research that would award you with Sunglasses Squirtle. I mean, for rural players, they're essentially going to get screwed out of this one because the one key element of this community day that makes it actually hype is, of course, Sunglasses Squirtle. And if you do not have a lot of Pokestops near you, then your chances of picking up a shiny version of Sunglasses Squirtle is going to be slim to none, unfortunately. But yeah, again, if you live in a rural area, your best bet will be to drive to a town with a bunch of Pokestops for this particular community day. Now, finally, to close this video off, let's talk about the event bonuses that's going to be active during this event. It's pretty generic. There's going to be a quarter egg hatching distance, which is actually a really nice bonus. There's going to be lure modules and incense that will be lasting for 3 hours. And then, of course, you will get bonus spawns from taking snapshots. So make sure you utilize every single one of these bonuses. But again, it's going to be about field research tasks. You should kind of treat this as more of a limited research day as opposed to a community day because, yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of squirrels spawning in the wild, but it's not necessarily where your focus should be. And yeah, I think field research is what should be emphasized when it comes to this particular community day. I mean, honestly, to give you an idea of just how much people prioritize shiny Sunglasses Squirtle, I've been wanting this particular Pokemon as a Shundo for about 3 years, and fortunately I was able to get one through lucky trades, but I would say that for 3 years straight I focused solely on getting this particular Shundo, so I would do a whole bunch of lucky trades with friends just for this one Pokemon, and it's very common that nowadays people are still asking for it. Like, I do a couple of lucky trades every so often, and it seems like that is the one particular shiny that always comes up. So make sure you're stocking up on it even if you already have a good one, because people are always asking for it in lucky trades, and you will want to make sure you have a couple of spares on hand. That way you can get pretty much whatever you want when it comes to lucky trades. It's really that powerful how much this Pokemon is valuable. So yeah, that's my biggest tip for this event. Make sure you're trying to get as many field research tasks done as you can, because you will want to stock up on as many Sunglasses Squirtles that are shiny as you can. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to highlight this one aspect of it because I've been watching a lot of videos talking about this particular event, but I don't feel like there's enough of an emphasis on those field research tasks, and I just really wanted to make a video just talking about it. But in any case, let me know your thoughts regarding this Community Day Classic down below. Is this a Community Day Classic that you plan to play hardcore? Let me know, and let's have a great discussion. And if you ended up enjoying this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, big or small, then do consider checking out the links in the description below. For all my patrons, they get a permanent spot on my in-game friends list. So if you want to interact with me in some way within Pokemon Go, like with remote raids, then do consider becoming a patron on Patreon. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.